Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. I apologize, I started my Facebook Live and then there's a gentleman next door that has a big Harley Davidson, so I had my window open. Anyway, so tonight I wanted to talk to you about downsizing and decluttering in your 60s and how you should know when to start. So there's a quote that I love, and it's the secret to happiness is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. That was Socrates quite a few years ago. So I guess this does relate to what I want to talk to you about tonight, because living with less when you downsize and declutter is definitely an opportunity to expand your life and to live more. So what is it about turning 60? Now, many of you that are follow me are in their 60s or maybe even 70s, but there are many of you that are much younger, and I find, that you really don't clutter like we baby boomers did. But there's something about turning 60, or maybe any decade for that matter, that changes us. And so I have kind of a big birthday coming up soon, so perhaps I'm being a little bit nostalgic. So tonight's video is really coming from my heart, because when I turned 60, it seemed like time was going so much faster than it used to, and that there was a new sense of urgency to make most of my time left here while I'm still here on Earth. And yet, ironically, and this is so funny to me, that there was also at the same time a newfound desire to, and a commitment to just slow down and to be in the moment and to focus on those things that really matter. So it's family, it's friends, it's faith, it's giving back. So everything else just didn't seem to matter much, and stuff was just stuff. So it was time to declutter not only my excess stuff, but also it meant I needed to declutter my calendar. So fewer have-tos or more want-tos, and to remove anything from my life or from your life that's not working or weighing you down and preventing you from living that life that you really want. And that could be unhealthy or toxic relationships or unhealthy habits. So after all, there's still time to do things that you've always wanted to do, to say things that you really need to say or want to say, and also then to leave the legacy that you want to leave, when you're gone. So it helps you to, maybe coming of a certain age, it helps you to prioritize your life, to find that purpose and that meaning, and to celebrate that special time of your life. So before something happens, for instance, a health crisis, a financial hardship, or death of a spouse. So life in your 60s is kind of a special time of our lives. It's when we become empty nests, when it's pre-retirement or retirement. There's more time, money, and freedom, and usually more energy to do those things that you've been putting on the back burner, and you put them on the front burner and you fire it up. So, and that has to do with family and friends, both old and new, travel, experiences, all of those things that you now have more time for. So the biggest three concerns of baby boomers is they worry if they will outlast their money, they worry if their health will decline and they'll need care, and they worry if they'll die alone. So what is it that you want more of, if you are in your 60s, what is it that you want more of, and what do you want your life to look like before you leave this earth? And what do you need to let go of in order to have that? So when do you know that it's time to declutter and to downsize? So that is the topic tonight. And so the simple answer is start decluttering now. So give yourself time to sort through your home and to get through all those things that are going to be kind of emotional, so that you don't get overwhelmed. So if you give yourself some time, that's the most important thing. And of course, the sooner you start, the sooner you'll start to experience what does it feel like to have more time and freedom to experience the life that you've been dreaming of. So a typical decluttering process takes between 3 to 6 months, depending on, of course, the size of your home and also the amount of stuff that you have. And for downsizing, give yourself even more time, and that typically is 6 months to a few years. So if you are a baby boomer, chances are you've talked about downsizing. You may be considering it more seriously, but there is a period of time where you just start talking about it, thinking about it. And that's so that you can discern what kind of lifestyle you want. Do you want to live in the city? Do you want to live in a 55 plus community? Do you want to live in, on the lake or ocean somewhere? And it's also time to discern what kind of house you want. So is it an apartment, a condo, a cottage, and also what you want and what you need. So another thing that when you are downsizing and giving yourself some time, it gives you time to estimate what your housing costs will be, your living expenses, moving expenses, all of those things that can add up. And when you have more time, you can do a little bit better due diligence. So 2 of the big mistakes that baby boomers often make is they overestimate the value of their existing home. Now, we all want our homes to be more valuable than they might be, but it's important to get a good estimate so that you don't overprice your home thinking you could certainly buy a lot more. Another big mistake that baby boomers make is, and when they're downsizing, is to underestimate the moving costs and those unforeseen costs of moving. So when you declutter your home, that will also help you prepare to put your house on the market. So downsizing, you need time. There's one other advantage there, is that when you do take time to discern what you want when you're downsizing, is that you might want to test drive what kind of home you want to live in. So if you said, I think I want to live on the lake somewhere or on the ocean, or in a 55 plus community, sometimes you can test drive, or meaning take a vacation in those areas or stay with friends who live there. In a way, you're taking a vacation for a couple of weeks to meet the neighbors, to see new friends, and just see if that is something that you would want to do. So it's like prototyping a lifestyle or test driving. So the best advice I can give you on the downsizing and decluttering, when to, just do it before it's too late. And it's an exciting time of our lives. And yes, the whole process of decluttering and downsizing will probably be overwhelming, but I promise you that it is worth it. So, and when you discover how much happier you'll be on the other side, you will then see how much you can explore just a whole new lifestyle. So for those of you that are on tonight, I don't know if you've read my book, Downsize Your Life, Upgrade Your Lifestyle, but I am going to offer a free book tonight, so I'll sign it and I'll send it to you. This is my book, Downsize Your Life, Upgrade Your Lifestyle. If you haven't read it and if you are interested in a copy, email me at Rita Wilkins at ritawilkins.com, and in the subject line, put free book. So I will be giving away, I'll tell you, I'll give away 5 books tonight. They will be signed. So in that email, just make sure that you give me your name so I'll know how to address it. Anyway, I hope that helps. But in my book, for sure, there's so many things about decluttering and downsizing that I think will help you. All right, I'll see you next week. Have a great holiday weekend.